You ever watch a plane fall out of the sky and realize, right then, your life is about to get turned inside out? That was my Saturday. High noon, blue sky, the kind of quiet you only get before something explodes. I'm Cole Mercer, and I was sipping cold coffee on my porch when a military transport came down in my back pasture, tore a trench right through the cottonwoods my wife Leah planted. Before she got sick, metal screeching, dirt flying everywhere, smoke curling up like a warning nobody bothered to send me. I ran out, heart beating out of my chest, counting heads, yelling for help. Doing what you do when it's chaos and you're just hoping everybody makes it out breathing. And before the dust even settled, here comes Beverly Crane, our HOA president, 3-inch heels clacking up. My driveway like she owns the damn place, waving her phone and calling the cops, telling anybody who'll listen I violated the bylaws, like I'd planned a damn air show in my backyard and sent out party invites. No sympathy, no. Hey, are you okay? Just, you're in violation, Cole. That's Beverly for you. Doesn't see a crash, just sees leverage. I told her, Bev, it's a military emergency. She looked at me like I'd spit on her lawn and said, it's still a violation. You know what I mean? Some folks see the world as clay and themselves as the potter. And her manicure looked expensive, enough to file a lawsuit on its own. The feds showed up, slapped up yellow tape, started bossing folks around. Major Park, Air Force, all crisp edges and calm eyes. Came up, told me the place was now restricted, thanked me for keeping things under control, and that was that. But Beverly wasn't done. She brought her board members, her little shadows, told the deputy to arrest me for creating a safety hazard. If you could have seen the deputy's face, part of him wanted to laugh, the other half wanted to go home. Major Park steps in, lays it out. This is a federal incident. I'm cooperating. Beverly, not missing a beat, fires up a neighborhood email. Subject line, urgent airfield created at Mercer property. I hadn't even changed my shirt, and my phone's already lighting up with neighbors forwarding Beverly's message, all bolded danger and declining values. You ever feel the ground move under you, not from what actually happened, but from the story someone's telling about? She glanced at the fence. Careful about that. We wouldn't want more accidents. The way she said accidents made my skin crawl. I called Nate, my old buddy who's a deputy. He rubbed his nose, like he does when something's so dumb he can't process it. She's calling everyone, mayor, council, clerk, but the Air Force is in charge. Sit tight. Document everything. Hank Dillard, my neighbor, retired pilot, walks like he still owns a runway, showed up with a folder. Summit Urban Partners, he said, have been sniffing around. Guess who's on their payroll as a consultant? He tapped Beverly's name next to a fat retainer. My little shop's monthly gross looked like lunch money next to that line item. Next day, city inspector shows up at my garage with Beverly in tow. Claims my business is a zoning risk, now because of illegal airfield activity. I told him, buddy, it crashed. I didn't build a terminal out back. The inspector looked miserable, scribbled something, just to show he'd been there, and slunk off. Beverly leaned in, mint on her breath over the smell of fuel. You can fight me, or you can sell, she said, all sugar and venom. Either way, this gets cleaned up. She meant the plane, but she meant my life, too. After that, me and Major Park ended up drinking coffee at my kitchen table every morning. She told me her team found debris. A PR firm so fast you could feel the wires humming. They slapped me with a defamation suit for $200,000, sent a letter. Settle everything if you sell within 30 days. Which, in legalese, is just extortion on nice paper. Next morning, liar, in red spray, paint across my storefront. Sandra, my bookkeeper and my sanity since Leah passed, stood crying, said her kids were getting bullied. Because she worked for me. I told her take the day, then sat in my office and stared at Leah's picture. I whispered, enough. We took it federal, because it already was. Prosecutor Rachel Kim, tough, sharp, looked like she could wait out a storm, told me, they'll come at you with deep fakes, fake bank records, even a friendly witness who remembers seeing you in the wrong place at the right time. Don't flinch. And wouldn't you know, in court, that's exactly what happened. They put up a video, looked just like me, moving debris at night near the wreck. For a second, I thought I was watching myself. That's how you mess with a man's head. Their witness, a contractor on Summit's payroll, testified against me. Meanwhile, my shop's security footage, the one that could have cleared me, turned to static. And I'll admit, my knees went weak. Then the door opened, and in walked a kid I'd never seen, hands stained with grease, tie all crooked, standing next to a public defender. Rachel called him to the stand. Name: Daniel Riggs. Tech for a maintenance contractor. He told the court Beverly offered him $5,000 for public flight info, then more for maintenance schedules, and here's where you could hear a pin drop. She wanted to know which properties sat on emergency vectors, kept circling my ranch. Said it was perfectly positioned. Beverly exploded, stood up, so hard her chair crashed. He's lying, she screamed. Judge shut her down fast. But Rachel wasn't finished. She had a warrant for a storage unit Beverly rented with HOA money. They found a laptop, pulled a file, contingency plan, bullet points, forced the sale, stage contamination, legal pressure, PR assault, Summit as buyer, $500,000 payout to consultant. Emails with Summit. Spreadsheets on military flights, even a PDF from a video vendor. Deepfake services, plain as day. The board audit hit at the same time. Embezzled dues, shell companies, HOA funds funneled to landscape my south pasture for a future community green. Jury didn't even leave the room for long. 3 hours, that's all. Verdict: guilty. Conspiracy, fraud, bribery, interfering with a federal investigation, attempted espionage. It's not just neighborhood drama when you're selling military flight data. Beverly got 25 years and a fine she'll never pay off. Summit lost every contract. Went under. The maintenance company's done for. And me? I got a handshake and a commendation coin from Major Park on my porch. She squeezed my shoulder, told me, "Your persistence saved us more than an airframe." That night, I strung lights along the fence, set up tables, invited the neighbors. Awkward apologies. Kids running where the scar from the crash was starting to fade. Folks bringing potato salad. Arthur, now interim HOA treasurer, handed me homemade peach ice cream. Joked that with all the nonsense gone, property values were up. Linda Shaw took over the HOA. Started posting budgets online. World kept spinning, just a little quieter, a little better. A year later, I put a grill where the tail section used to be, asked folks to bring seeds. We planted tomatoes, peppers, sunflowers, all stretching toward the light, the way we're all trying to do. Sun was setting, a C-130 flying high overhead, clean and steady. I lifted a beer, told the sky, "Keep moving, boys." Then laughed, because I'm just a mechanic with dirt under my nails and a stubborn streak. You want to know what this really was? Not just a crash or a crooked HOA president. It was a lesson in how easy it is to scare people, how hard it is to fix the mess after. How a binder full of rules can turn into a weapon in the wrong hands, and how, if you're patient, truth and tape and a stubborn prosecutor can beat money and noise. I'm not naive. There's always another Beverly out there, always another Summit in the wings, but here, for now, we've got a little peace. So let me toss this back to you. Where do you draw the line? How much power should an HOA have when a federal emergency rolls through your street? What would you have done when that deep fake hit the screen? Believe the lie or wait for the truth? That wait can cost you friends, business, and a few sleepless nights you never get back. Drop your take in the comments. Ever tangled with an HOA, or been on the wrong end of a clipboard and a smile? Was justice done here, or did we just get lucky? And if this story hit home, share it with someone fighting their own small war. They'll know they're not alone.